Hey everybody, this is Courtney with Pieces Loving Quilting. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let's check who's all in the chat today. Hi Linda. I know I am starting a little early, but I figured I'd go ahead and get started. So while we're waiting, I am going to do the Thursdays like we talked about. I know I didn't come on yesterday is because I started a new journey and trying to help lose some weight, but at the same time trying to adjust. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. So we're going to work on the candles, and please do not ask me how to pronounce it, but Challah, and then that way we will get that done. So hello Kathy, I'm going to point you to the desk. So I already went ahead, cut off my fabric. I always keep an extra copy so that when I go to piece it together, I have it in the right order. Two, I like, and you guys know I love to pre-crease my fabric. So I went ahead and did that before I came on. And we're going to go ahead and I was going to wait for a little bit for others to join, but I think we can go ahead and get started. So my first color is going to be yellow for the flame. Hello, Nancy. I'm going to go ahead and press this fabric so it's not all over the place. Trying to fight with it. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. What are you guys doing for the weekend? I was going to do the Halloween themed ones on this month, but I didn't get to it, to printing it. So I may do just recordings of it so you guys can see those of FPP. So what I'm doing is making sure I make a straight edge. So when I go to piece it up the next one, I'm not going all curvy. I do apologize if someone's delivering something. If they hit the ring doorbell, I do apologize if you hear her, because she's hooked to my, but if they don't, we are good. So let's go ahead and sew. I tried to fix the blurriness, but I don't know what to do to fix that. Have fun. Enjoy that trip. Because I do know it. Life can get crazy. Alright, now we're going to go to number 3. And remember, you're going to go in alphabetical order, then number order. But if it doesn't do alphabetical order in the first place and it does number, you'll go follow the number first and then the alphabetical. because I know it can get confusing when you're doing that. The light, I don't know. Let me try something. Because I can actually turn the light off. Is that any better? I think that's too dark. There you go. Hello, Dorlan. Okay, Nancy. But we're gonna continue and get this piece done. And so I will be home for next week, and then the following week, the 15th through the 18th, a reminder, I will not be live or going to be around because I'm going on my girls' week trip with my mother-in-law and aunt and cousins. So, but I will be back after that. And then I'm hoping, before then, I got to get t-shirts made for our trip. And then I'm hoping to get a couple other things done before I leave. I am also working on a long-arming quilt for Sandra. So it can be all fun and stuff. And I'd like to try and get all that kind of stuff done so that the studio's clean when I'm gone. I need to embroider a shirt for my niece. She is turning 1 in November. We're doing a strawberry theme. Thank you, Nancy. I will. So I'm going to be embroidering a shirt for my niece and a couple other orders that needed to be embroidered. But I'm trying to see if I can get as much done this weekend, even though I have a week ahead. I'm also going to try and get my house ready because my husband works while I'm gone anyway. So I want to make sure that looks nice and he's not having to deal with a bunch of stuff. But what are your plans for the weekend? I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take my sewing machine and my alky quilt to work on some of my UFOs to get them out of the way, or if I just want to prep and cut my fabric on the alky quilt while I'm gone as well. I can actually make sure I have both. But I'm also going to work on the cross stitch I started. now the blue. So I want to know what you are all working on today. Hello, Katie. Hey, Katie, I haven't received an email back from you. I hope everything's okay. Ew. Thank you, Katie. Because I was trying to make sure I gave you the dates that was available. That's okay. We all get sidetracked once in a while, Katie. That's all. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Because I know you said you needed to reschedule and all that kind of stuff, so I wanted to make sure we are okay. But I am gone the 15th through the 18th because I am taking a little mini trip with my mother-in-law. Ooh, awesome, Dorland. I do plan on getting any leftover projects done. Dorland, you know what I mean, the wonky block, I'm trying to get those done too today. But I also would like to get my sewing room cleaned up too. So, yeah, that's fine, Katie. I can tell you right now, my husband's off every Monday. So, I know that for a fact. So that way, because it makes it easier with our time zones, I'm trying to make sure he can pick up the kid. So I'm not running late to picking her up. I can do Mondays. I can do the weekends, Saturdays. It's just I don't know what Fridays he can do, but you know what? We can do that. You and I can email each other, and I'll figure it out. No, the Apple is not till because I kind of got sick and everything. It's not till the 25th of October, Dorland. No, you did not miss. I wasn't feeling good that day, so I took it off so I could go and rest. Next week is the Bumblebee storyline. You didn't miss anything. I just been dealing with some stuff. You're welcome. And then next week is the Bumblebee. Next Friday. And then I'll figure out the next several while I'm on vacation, trying to, because I like to plan out my FPP stuff before I just find out at the last minute. So, you're welcome. So I couldn't figure out the line, just a heads up. It didn't work out well. Kept fighting it, and we're going to just do an extra one of a different one. So nobody has to deal with the line problem. Unless somebody did figure it out, I don't know. And then I think we're going to do a witch hat the following. No, it's 1st of November, so we may find some Thanksgiving holiday. And the other thing is, I may put a poll out how long you guys want to do it. If you want to do another year of it, we can. Until you get to a certain size of a quilt you want. We'll figure it all out as we go. Uh-oh. I hope you find them. I try to keep my fabric right next to me so that when I'm when I'm working on a project, like example for right here, I keep the colors that I'm using right next to me. So I'm not having to chase it down. And then we got 2 more rows and then we'll put them together. Uh-oh, I lost some thread. My thread just went backwards. Ah, awesome. Yeah, and then I have a couple of quilts that I want to design out of my head, but I gotta make the sample first. And then I'm gonna see if anybody wants to test it and make sure I have it right. I like to double check my work when I do design some quilts, because I don't want to end up in the trying to figure out at the last minute. Because I know for a while we talked about actually doing, what is it? Doing a sew along with my patterns, which I want to make sure I have my sizes right and everything before I put it out there and you guys can get it. And just know there's no charge because I'm not putting a charge on it. This is something we're doing together as a fun little thing. Because I don't want you guys to feel like you're looking for fabric or trying to pay for something you don't need to pay. Because I'm doing a sew along. Just like my patriotic placemat as well. There we go, the last brown on this one. And then we got to put white at the end. Who wants to vote me doing a recorded video as I clean up the studio? Because I'm going to be, because who wants that before, then the after, and the during of a cleaning studio? So if you guys want it. I don't want to put it up if you guys don't want it. I know I keep putting it off, but I just want to make sure you guys do want that video. I know I could put it up without having to ask. Because I need to rearrange everything and try to get under, find my embroidery machines and fix one of my tables. In order to do that, to fix that table, I have to get everything cleared up and the AC out of the way. If you guys want to vote, you're more than welcome. You can put it on the community tab. I decided not to do the, whatever they call it, Katie. What is it? October vlog. Because it's a lot of work and I'm already going to be gone for a week. So what are your plans for the weekend for those that are here in the chat? I know Dorland is cleaning and trying to find some material to start her table runner. I know that my husband has to help my parents put up a gazebo. So here's one side of the Challah. Sorry, if I can say the word. So, and then there's that one candle, and it will be the same when we get to the last two. I have a clip on it to keep all the papers together so I don't blow them away like I did last week. There is a pattern that I want to work on eventually. It's called Champagne and Pearls. Probably can't see it with the glare. But I think everybody would love to see that being done. And also to let you guys know, if you find an FPP and you want me to show how to do it or want me to put it on the channel, you're more than welcome to email me. I don't think I have anybody in. So here's where to email me. at. So that way, if you found a pattern you want to use, or if you're in my Facebook group, more than welcome to send it there or in my private messenger. So here's that email to send me the pattern. Katie, are you still here? And basically the last two pieces are the same way as the first two that we just did. So pretty much it's an easy, just repeat project. Hey, Norland, even though it's a year late, it's still going to be a blessing to your grandchildren. Okay, I'm going to do something. You're going to send. There you go. Because I don't have someone here to help. So, Norland, the muscle car was supposed to be done in April, and I have not finished it because it's been chaotically crazy for all of us. You turn around and go on a cruise and then come back and try to get back in order, and it's been one of those crazy things. So my goal is to hopefully have it done for Christmas. Because I have a quilt top that I need to finish for my mother-in-law, but I need to pick a border to put with it. And I can't post it because I don't want her to see it. Trying to decide what color border to go with. Let alone my husband. I tried to ask him, and he tried to ask his own mom. I'm like, that's a gift for her. Alright, more brown. So, we are finishing up C, and then we have D left, and then we will be putting these four pieces together. It's really simple and easy. I'm going to press this. I like to press my fabric once it comes cut off the material, because some of these material I have laying around is been here for years, just laying around trying to find a place for them. So my goal is to get it all back in order. Any questions I can help you with? Basically, I'm just repeating the same thing over: blue, gray, brown, gray, brown, gray. So I fill it up. And then we'll get the last piece and then I'll do a put together one. Ah, that's understandable. I have to ask my mom for a squaring tool over my husband because he doesn't have any. He has some tools, but not enough to square a quilt. Katie, I will make sure I return your email here in a little bit. We're almost there. We just got a few more pieces of brown, gray. And then we go to the last candle and then we'll be ready. Just 2 more pieces of the brown, gray, and then a white piece, and then we'll do the last candle. Well, I'm glad you made it, and sorry to lastly pop you up like that. I just don't have someone to help me here, but I'm glad you made it. I was gonna get ready to email and check on you. We got 1 piece left of brown, and then we gotta do a white piece. Last piece of the brown and the gray, and then oh, I'm sorry. I hope things get better for you guys. And then we can get the last candle done, and we'll put them all together. So like with these kind of type of pieces, when they're just rectangle pieces and they're just stacked on top of each other, I like to piece, say instantly A and B together, and then C and D together and sew them at the same time, not like chain piece them, so that you can get the most of the work out of the way and then down to the last. That's good. I hope it stays that way. And I hope things stay calm more, because I understand life is crazy. There we go. And then we'll trim this up and then get the last piece done of the candle. Please know that the Google Drive is... Oh, you're fine, Linda. In the description box below with all the projects we've done so far. If you see something that's not there, just let me know. Pretty much should all be there. We just got one more, the candle, and then we'll put together, Linda. I'm going to put those over here, because that's... So there's the other part. And then the last piece. If I can get my foot not to be stuck. Life is always crazy. But it's always about just getting through it together as a team. All right. Let's go sew this piece together. How many do retreats and stuff? Because I have a tip for you. Not a lot of people have places for everything. So the reason I asked how many do retreats, like sewing retreats, I found a tip of using buy the cheapest toolbox you can find that travels on wheels and put your sewing stuff in it. Except for your sewing machine, you have your separate machine cover carrier, but at least it will cut down of how much you have.
Someone is at the 630 front door.
I do apologize on that. That is not supposed to happen, but it does. We're almost down to one piece left after this one, and then we can start putting it together. And do know this, you do not have to match the colors that it tells you on the paper. You can always choose your own colors. I just chose to match it because it's easier for me today. And I keep my FPP projects in a drawer underneath the cabinet so that when we're done, when we decide when the final is, we can make that out of a quilt. Last piece, and then we'll get it pressed and sewn so that way we can put it in a block. The reason I'm putting glue stick right here on the edge is because that's a very big loose piece of paper or fabric. And you don't want it wiggling around while you're trying to trim it down. So now we can put these squares back together. And I'm going to grab some clips and put them right there. So here's T, C, B, and A. So I'm going to put A and B together and pin it to see where the corners match. And then the same with the other, and then we'll just chain piece it so we're not having to come back, get the others, and do it again. So then that way at the end, all we have to do is the last piece to put in together. And I usually pin it to my iron board so that I don't lose that pen. All right, let's sew these two together each, and then we will Alright, I'm going to press these real quick after I take up the piece that we just sewn. I pulled off the wrong edge. Just be careful not to burn your fingers. So there, we're at the last piece. I'm going to clean up this little mess. So we don't have all this laying around the table. So let's go sew this last piece, and then we can say we're done after we peel it out.